And a very warm welcome back. Yes, you are in exactly the right place. Welcome to another scintillating edition of the extraordinary podcast known as A Jolly Good Natter Over Coffee and Biscuits with myself, Mr. Richard Story. And I have to confess, I've been a little unkind to my erstwhile colleague because I always make these silly comments about how impressed I am that he remembers his name. In fact, it's me who can't remember his name. That's why I always ask him to say what it is. He's about to tell us now. Who are you?
Mark Cameron.
Yes, see, he always gets it right. Yes. Now, it's been a little while since we last met, although our avid listeners won't be aware of that because they are listening to recordings rather than live. But it has been a while. So how has everything been? Have you been busy? And don't talk with your mouth full. Dear listener, he's just stuffed a mouthful of banana in there. So if you can't make out his words, it's because he's eating whilst talking, which of course is extremely uncouth. But I'm doing my best to keep the sentence going so he can swallow what he's got in his gob before we actually get onto the interchange of conversation. Are you ready yet, Mr. Cameron?
Yes, I am.
Oh,
Thank
I'm
you.
very glad to hear that. Okay, go on. Over to you. What have you been doing?
So life has been brilliant. It's been very busy. So I've got 2 kittens now. 2 kittens. My daughter has been asking for a kitten for many a year,
Right.
and so has my mother. So managed to get 2. One's called Rosie. One's called Whiskey.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
How do you know which is which?
One is black and white with the black and white one has white paws and a white sort of chin and a white belly.
So Rosie is an obvious name for a black and white cat then.
Yes.
Okay.
And the black one is all black apart from just where her throat is. There's a white spot.
Yes. Is it what, she bald down there?
Boom, boom. So yes, so we've got 2 little kittens now. They are coming up to 11 weeks old now.
Oh, so they must be very tiny then.
Mm.
Do you know how big they're going to become as they grow into their adulthood?
I've had cats which are similar. I had a cat called Stripey before, and she wasn't very big, so I would assume these cats will probably grow to the same sort of size as my previous.
Well, you're assuming, but only if they're the same breed.
They look the same. And
for now.
Yes. So I had Stripey since she was a kitten as well. Because I originally had her mother as well. So
I see. So, well, the only thing you need to watch out for, from the point of view of being cautious and for the well-being of all the members of your household, is if either of them starts to grow a mane, then that's when you need to worry.
That would be a very big concern.
It would, wouldn't it? I mean, how are you going to cut it for a start?
Yeah. Well, firstly, it would be a concern because they're both female. So if it did grow a mane.
Well, yes, but these days, you see, I mean, there's all sorts of mixing and matching going on, isn't there? Mr. Cameron has lost it, ladies and gentlemen. I'll just fill in the gap by telling you. I will fill in the gap by telling you that even though these sessions are called a jolly good stop it. These sessions are called a jolly good natter over coffee and biscuits. However, today we have to issue a disclaimer and let you all know that we've run out of coffee. Well, we didn't run out of coffee, but a certain Mr. Cameron left his coffee in the sunshine. It all got stuck together, all congealed. So today we've got tea. So for one day only, our episode is called A Jolly Good Natter Over Tea and Biscuits.
That's
right.
And
that's what we're going to do.
Fantastic. What do you think? I think it's brilliant.
I think it's very, very good. Obviously made by a master. And I should also point out, it's just possible as we sit here in the serenity, usual serenity of Crystal Palace Park. It's a nice sunny day and it's school holiday time. And over there in the distance, we can hear a lot of shouting and yelling. It sounds like they've got some sort of school sporting type thing going on. So if you hear any shouting and yelling, it's not our army of fans or anything like that. It's just something over there beyond the trees, and we're not quite sure. So we apologise if that interferes.
Yes, they're using the famous sports arena that hasn't been used since the 2011, 2012 Olympics. That's the last time it actually got fully used that I'm fully aware of.
Yeah.
So over the last, say, 6 months or so, I've seen them slowly integrating people to use it again, which has been fantastic because it's just been derelict, collecting dust, which has been nice. So it's a famous sports stadium.
Why has it been nice collecting dust? What do you mean it's been nice?
It's been nice. That was sarcasm.
Okay.
Yes.
All
Yes.
right. So what you tell them?
Yes. So yeah, the kids get to use it for sports day, which we're assuming it's sports day. So
Well, yes, we can't see from here. We can just hear all the yelling.
yes,
Well, shortly before we started our recording, you may recall I made the suggestion that there might not be anything happening there at all. It might be just people who want an excuse to shout a lot.
yeah. I don't know why people like to shout.
No, I don't either.
It gets very tiresome.
Well, maybe they don't even realise they're doing it. Maybe it's because they're deaf. Well, could be. They raise their voice to make themselves heard.
The funny thing is, because my mother, she wears hearing aids.
Oh, yes.
She doesn't, and even when she's has hearing aids, on the phone she shouts. So you know,
yes,
I got to walk out the room.
right.
It's what? Yeah, okay.
It's
they
like,
can still hear you.
Yes. You remember when mobile phones were still a new thing?
Yeah.
And people on trains, when they took a call, they would bellow into their phone. It doesn't happen quite as much now. Have you noticed?
True. But that was also a thing to say, hey, look what new shiny object I've got.
Yeah, exactly.
And the Bluetooth. Do you remember?
Oh, yes.
When people used to walk around, no phone call going on,
Yeah.
just constantly wearing a Bluetooth 24/7.
Yes, I do remember that. Yes. And they're looking like a robot.
Yes. But the first time I saw a Bluetooth was, well, this is what one of my friends told me, actually, funny enough. The first time he saw a Bluetooth, because I actually saw it on, because my friend actually brought it in, because he used to work for Sony Ericsson.
Oh, right, yeah.
So he actually showed me their first Bluetooth that they produced. But back to the main story. He said he was walking down the road and at night time, and he saw someone talking to themselves and thought, uh-oh,
yes,
this guy's a bit of a,
yes,
uh-oh.
Yes.
And then he walked past him, and then he saw the flashing light and went, oh,
yes,
the guy's obviously speaking on some sort of device. And then that's when he realised that Bluetooth was a thing and not people just randomly speaking to themselves on the street. So,
or it could have been that he's just seen an android.
True.
It could have been an actual robot, couldn't
True.
it? You just never know these days.
Yeah.
Technology is progressing at such a rate. Oh, I use the word progressing lightly. It's moving at a rate. Whether it's progressing, I mean, I don't know about that. It's we're going to be in a very different world very soon, I think.
Yeah, agreed. But yeah, so back to your question about how have I been. Got kittens.
Yes.
Been doing the coaching with the boxing, which has been great. My hamstring update for you.
Yes.
It's healed.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear. It's
finally healed.
You've been giving me sleepless nights over that. You know?
The joy of being able to run again.
And so how long did it take to get restored to normal?
It took around about 4.5 weeks.
It's quite a long time then, isn't it?
It was, yeah.
Dear.
It was a grade 2 tear. So I've slowly nursed myself back. So I did a long walk, because when I felt it was okay, I did a 5-mile walk just to test it. But I did it at pace, a brisk walk.
All right.
And I went, oh, it was a bit tight, but it's okay. Then I gave it a couple more days, and I thought, I'm going to go for it.
I've got to tell you, when I hear you say, I went for a 5-mile walk just to test it, it does, of course, remind me of a certain story about someone who drove a certain distance to test their eyesight. Do you remember that? But they'll never live that down, will they?
Oh, gosh. Yeah,
So I'm glad that your testing walk, achieved its intended aim.
Yes. So So other than that, life has been very good. Just prepping for the summer holidays in the UK.
Of course.
My daughter's last day of school is today. My youngest, and the eldest is, I think it's Tuesday. So
right. So it's all winding down, and then of course that's when daddy duties really kick in.
Yes.
All those little holiday activities.
Yes.
You're kind of saying that with a mixture of excitement and trepidation.
Because I will be absolutely exhausted by the end of it.
I think you probably will, yes.
Yes.
But as I'm lying there, supping my pina colada with my feet up, I will think of you.
Why would you do that?
I'll be with you in spirit.
Why would you do that?
Why not?
So, yes, it's going to be joyful. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be joyful, but...
and they're only that age once. That's the thing to remember.
True.
See, before you know it, they're going to be grown up.
True. So
Yes.
I'm going to enjoy it as much as possible because, as you said, once they get to teenagers,
Yeah.
it's a completely different kettle of fish. My eldest, just trying to get her to do stuff with me these days is just an absolute nightmare.
Yes. I always wonder why that is. Kids reach a certain age
Yeah.
and they suddenly decide that these people who've looked after them and taken care of them and given themselves over and over again, suddenly it's embarrassing to be seen with them. And I don't know, this is like universal.
Yeah.
And I don't know why it is. See, so when I go and visit my grandchildren in America, when they were a lot younger than they are now, there was a really nice moment that happened every single day. Because of the time difference, I would be up first. And I'd be there doing some work at the computer, and then I'd hear a door open and these little pitter-patter of tiny feet. And they'd come and they'd peek round the corner and go, hello, give me a little wave. And they'd come and have a little morning cuddle. And we'd sit there like that for quite a long time. And it was wonderful. Well, now, the eldest is too old to do that. I mean, that's what babies do, you see, according to her. So that doesn't happen anymore. So I'm aware that that stage has gone. It's still the other two are still young enough; they still come. But of course, in the fullness of time, that won't happen with them either. So yesterday, when they phoned me, the little boy, for example, who's 6, was so excited to tell me that they'd had a school visit from the local fire department who'd driven up in their big fire truck and everything. And he was saying, they've got a hose pipe that sprays water and they've got a big ladder that goes up ever so high. And They were all excited to tell me that. But, the kind of cuddling thing is starting to fade out.
Yeah.
But there you go. You see.
How old is the eldest girl, by the way?
8.
Oh.
Well, actually, nearly 9 now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, because my youngest, she's 7, and she does like to cuddle. But if I sit down.
Well, I mean, even with the 8-year-old, if I say to her, "Oh, hey, Grandpa hasn't had his morning cuddle today," she'll come and do it.
Yeah.
But I have to say it, and she'll come and she'll go like that, and it'll last for a few moments, and then it'll go.
Oh, right.
Whereas before, she would just sit there forever holding on. But there it is. Yes.
The memory's still there, though. That's the thing. That's the main thing.
Sorry, I've forgotten what you just said.
But yeah, so that's been my sort of things. How I've been. How have you been? What have you been up to?
Well, quite a few things have been happening, actually. Yeah. I mean, the things that are freshest in my mind is rather bizarrely, yesterday, outside where I live, the gasworks people appeared and started, digging holes in roads and all that kind of thing, and lifting up manhole covers. And I don't know what they were doing, because I don't have a gas supply where I live. I just have electricity only. So they were doing it for other dwellings. They arrived before 7 a.m. and didn't appear to. They were there the whole day. You could see them sitting in the van and on phones and looking at stuff and whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't appear to be doing very much, although far be it from me to suggest they weren't doing anything. And then, I've never known this before, 9 p.m., so having arrived at 7 a.m., so we're talking 14 whole hours later, 9 p.m., out come the pneumatic drills. And then, it's 9 o'clock at night, what are they doing that for? And I don't know what they did. Anyway, it stopped eventually, and this morning, all the little plastic barriers are there around all these holes that they dug. But I don't know what they're doing. I don't know how long it's going to last or anything.
14 hours.
Yeah,
okay.
But most of it, nothing was happening. At least nothing appeared to be happening. Very strange.
Yeah, that is interesting.
But it gets more intriguing because, for some reason that I don't know, of late, I have been having a bit of trouble with my sleep. I have. And I get into bed at night and I fall asleep okay. That's all right. But then, in the middle of the night, somewhere between 2 and 4 usually, I'll just suddenly wake up for no apparent reason and be wide awake. I'm lying there thinking, why have you woken up, you silly twit? And I sort of roll around a lot, trying to drift off back to sleep, which of course is the worst thing. You must never try, but you do try and it never works. Eventually, of course, I did drift off again. But then when the alarm clock explodes at the right time, I feel like, a zombie who just got out of a freezer or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, I thought this is ridiculous because it was happening a lot. And so I did a little bit of online research. What's going on here? And found a thing that said, if you're having trouble with the quality of your sleep, taking magnesium can help. I thought, can it? I'd never heard this. Anyway, so I went to the little pharmacy along there and I said, is it true that taking magnesium can help you sleep? Oh, yes, the girl said, yes. She recommended this particular one. So last night, despite all the drilling that was going on out in the street, I took for the first time a couple of these magnesium tablet things. And for the first time in weeks, I slept right through.
Oh, brilliant.
Now, was this a placebo effect? It might be. I don't know. We'll see. But nevertheless, I had the best night's sleep that I've had for a long time.
Oh, that's good to hear.
So that was very, very nice. So anyone out there listening, if you've got trouble with your sleep, it might be just worth going along to your local chemist and getting some magnesium tablets.
Yeah. In saying that, I've had trouble with my sleep. I had trouble with my sleep last night, and exactly the same thing as you, between 2 and 4. And I will stay awake for about 3 hours though. That's the thing.
Yes.
So for me, I would, for the first maybe half an hour, 45 minutes, you do try and get back to sleep.
Yes.
But then I'll just get up and I would just maybe just do something, and read or something like that. But what I would do, I try and put a lamp on, not full light, just to make it as dim as possible still. But yeah, that's been my sort of thing. And this morning is like what you said about the zombie. I think I went back because I was awake for about 3 hours, and it was about 6:30, I think it was, when I finally fell asleep right about that time. And my alarm went off just about 8:30, because I had to change it, because I knew if I didn't change it, I'll be even more exhausted.
Yes.
So that's why I was a little bit late meeting for you for the podcast.
Right. Yes.
So I was like, right, okay, perfect. So I'll do this, get myself ready, change the alarm, etc., etc. And then when I woke up,
not quite alive.
No. So then I just sat in bed for about 5 minutes or so while I just composed myself.
Yes, contemplating the day.
And then I went, right, up. So yes, I've had trouble with my sleep, but yes, I have tried magnesium before. It worked, but then I felt it didn't work. So it could be like a placebo effect, what you may be
So it
saying.
worked at first, you mean?
Yes, and then after that, it didn't really have the desired effects. I was still...
Right. Yeah. Oh, I was hoping you weren't going to say that.
Yeah. And plus, I do take multivitamins anyway.
Right.
So...
Oh, well.
It is what it is. But anything else you've been up to, apart from the drilling outside your house?
Well, there is something else on the domestic front. And that is, for some bizarre... This is going to sound ridiculous, but I promise you it's true. I've been hearing for several nights in a row, above my ceiling, the sound of little scrapey noises. I think there are some rodents who found a way in. How do they get above the ceiling, for goodness sake? I don't know. And I've got no access to it. There's no trapdoors in the ceiling or nothing. So I can't get up there myself and try and do something about it. But I've heard all this scrabbling around, and that has affected my sleep too. And judging from the sounds, like I said, I can't see what's going on, but it sounds to me like there might be 2 or 3 of them of different sizes. Some of the scraping and scrabbling that's going on is louder than the rest and all of that. But again, last night, whether that magnesium really did its trick, I don't know. I slept all the way through, heard nothing, no scraping, no scratching, no nothing. I'm hoping they've gone. Of course, we have local foxes here. Maybe the foxes caught them.
You live right next to the train station, though.
Well, yes.
And remember, rodents are quite common near train stations.
Near train tracks. Well, yes, they are. Yes, but I mean, why? How they get up above your ceiling? I don't know. I mean, I just don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, there you go. So that's what I've been doing. You see.
Oh, right. Okay.
And the music examining work has now ended. Yes. I mean, that's a great pity. I shall miss it terribly.
Yeah. It's just one of those things, isn't it? You just gotta get to the end of the journey, as they say. Back to... I was going to say to you, now that I'm running again, I'm actually training myself to do a half marathon. That's what I was...
Are you?
Yeah.
You know they call it Snickers now. Yes.
Boom, boom.
Yeah. I mean, if you do really well and you're really hungry, you could probably manage a whole one.
Yeah. Half a Snickers. Yes, I know. Yes, for our American listeners out there, the Snickers used to be called a marathon in the UK.
It did.
And then it got changed in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yes, I still can't understand why they did that. Marathon is a much better name, isn't it?
Yeah, so it got changed to that. So just to let you know, it's the same as your Lay's. Lay's in America is actually Walkers in the UK, because the person who created it was actually called Walkers. Walker. But when the American company bought it out, they had an agreement to keep it as Walkers in the UK only, but everywhere else in the world It's called Lay's.
Good gracious. Well, now I've had Walkers and I've had Lay's.
So it's the same company.
Well, I have to say, I don't like the Lay's as much. There's some kind of different recipe or something. They're not the same.
Yes, because a lot of things that are made in the UK, the ingredients sometimes in other parts of the world, they change it because they say certain ingredients are not part of their standards, as they say.
You know, that you've just reminded me of something. The last time we spoke, did I tell you about the email that I sent to Bounty? Did I tell you that last time? Or
Did
not?
you ask, and is that where you ask for free?
Yes,
and then
they
said
you
don't do any.
We don't do the dark chocolate ones anymore. That's right. Okay, I didn't want to repeat myself. Yes.
Okay.
Well, talking about all this grub, shall we do a taste test?
Yes. So I brought a taste test today. It's called a Kinder Bueno. Have you had one of these?
I've seen them, but I haven't tried one. No.
Well, tell me what you think.
Well, thank you. I will. Oh, and it says it's got 2 pieces inside. Does that mean we have to share, or can I just guzzle it all down myself?
You can guzzle it all down. You can try this and let me know what you think.
Right, okay. Oh, but have you tried it yourself yet? Oh, you have?
I have.
Oh, so you already know what your score is?
I do.
So that kind of negates it a bit, doesn't it?
But this is more for you.
Oh, okay. You're very kind. Oh, look, it's even got a little gold strap to tear around.
Yes.
Oh,
so what do you think of the packaging and the
Well, someone's gone to a lot of thought to do this. Now, if I take that bit off there, there we are. Right, let's try then. Here we go. That is not altogether unpleasant. Nice texture, a nice lightness to it. A nice crunch, nice balance of ingredients, although just looking at it, I'm inclined to suggest that then a slightly thicker chocolate would have been to its advantage. It looks like they've got away with the barest thing, the thinnest coating they can do. Nice though.
Yeah.
So it says it's Kinder.
Yeah.
Kinder. I wonder whether that's just a subtle play on words. Well, saying when you give it to someone, you're being kinder. Do
you remember the Kinder eggs? So this is the same company.
I do remember the Kinder eggs, and I could never believe it back then. Why anyone would spend so much money on something like that? Because a little toy inside never seemed to be worth the trouble.
But that, for children, that's the magic of it, though, isn't it?
Mm.
You have chocolate, and there's an egg, and then there's a toy in it. So you've got 3 different dimensions of a surprise.
And it's the unknown, what's inside. Like, was it Camberwick Green? Do you ever used to watch with Mother? There was one particular edition that always started with this voiceover. It would start off with this close-up of a music box, and the voice would come on and say, "Here is a box, a musical box." This is amazing. I never realised I remembered this. "This is a box, a musical box, wound up and ready to play. But this box can hold a secret inside. Can you tell what is in it today?" And then a hand comes in and switches it on, and the thing starts spinning, and a little tune comes out. And then the top kind of goes and opens, and up comes a little character from the series. It says, "It's Windy Miller. Are you going to tell us one of your stories, Windy Miller?" And little puppet waves and all of that. And so every time they showed it, you never knew who was going to come up out of this music box. You see, a different character every time. And Mr. Ben was another one. You remember Mr. Ben?
I remember that one. That one I do remember.
So he went into the fancy dress shop, and every time he wore a different costume and had a story, like one day he was an astronaut or a policeman or something. They don't do stuff like that. Oh, go on then. Shame to let it go to waste.
Yeah.
Yes, gosh, who'd have thought we'd end up talking about Watch with Mother? Most of our listeners probably have never even heard of that.
Yes.
It was one of the earliest TV programs for kids, back in the day when TV was still a new thing, when there were only 3 channels and when it didn't show 24 hours a day. Not like now. Not like now.
That is very true.
Gosh.
So what do you think of the... this side? I was watching, just to let you know there, listeners, we have a little...
Even when I did it right, I get it wrong.
we as we're having tea today, I said to Richard, "Would you like some more?" And he accepted. But I have milk in a container
Yes.
where it has a
Little spout thing.
spout, yes, but he had this spout upside down, so
Yes.
it's facing towards the sky.
So it went all over the place.
Yes.
Yes. Although I have to say, in my defence, even with spouts that are correctly positioned, you know, teapots and jugs and all the rest of it, they still do drip and dribble everywhere, don't they? Well, mine do.
Yeah. Oh no!
Honestly.
Look at that! Look at that!
There you see. There you go. I'm glad to say I'm not the only one it happens to. But at least I've got an excuse because I've never used this gadget before. You've got no excuse because you're familiar with this and all of its inner workings.
True.
Right. Well, just to you know, cover up the embarrassment.
So, what is the score, by the way?
Oh yes. Well, I haven't eaten the other one yet.
Okay.
I need to, you know, give this further consideration. So, oh dear. Oh. Thank you so much. Right. So I'm now opening part 2. See, now maybe if they were a bit more far-sighted, they would give different flavours in each one. They tried to do that once with Twix. Do you remember?
Did they?
Well, they didn't, but they sort of gave the impression. Well, where they had these adverts that said, "Do you want the left Twix or do you want the right Twix? You choose a side and see which one you prefer." And of course, they're both the same. But it was quite a clever idea.
Yeah, because the advert in the 80s and 90s were quite good. Yeah, Rolo. Do you want my last Rolo? Do you remember that? With that boy and the girl were on the train. Do you remember that?
Do you love anyone enough to give them your last one? Yeah. And the other one was they'd have someone like a basketball player or someone like that doing some really bit of incredible ball control skill or something, or some gymnastic person doing all sorts of contortions. And then this little kid just standing looking at them with this very non-impressed expression and say, "Yeah, that's very good, but I bet you can't put a fruit pastel in your mouth without chewing it." You remember that one?
Yeah.
Sure I can. And put it there. And they sit there, and then the music comes on going, "You gotta chew, you gotta chew, you gotta chew." And eventually, of course, they do start.
Yeah.
The other one was, can you eat a sugar-coated donut without licking your lips? And that's a lot harder than it sounds as well.
It is, isn't it?
I like this. My only reservation, as I said, is I think they've been a bit mean with the thickness of the chocolate, but I think this comes in at a solid 8.
Okay. So 8, yeah?
And what's your score for that?
9.8.
Oh, as good as that.
Yeah.
So I've got to ask you, why is the 0.2 missing from your perfect score?
If there was more.
It feels what?
If there was more.
It feels more.
If there was more.
More what?
Chocolate.
Oh, so to say you've got the same reservation as I had.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
So more chocolate. That's it. But yeah, it's my favourite. Do you want to see? Are you right?
No, that's fine. It's fine. Yeah. It's getting very emotional. It's chocolate's so delicious.
Yeah. So.
But I can remember as a kid seeing an advert where they did a slow motion thing of a Mars bar, and you see the hands kind of breaking it apart like that. You see all the toffee inside and all the stuff.
Oh yeah.
And it comes all kind of like in strands, and it separates like that, all in slow motion. And then this very sort of round toned voice comes on and says, "There's sugar, milk, glucose, and thick chocolate in a Mars." And I can remember seeing that advert and going, I was only a kid. Yeah, but the chocolate used to be thicker, didn't it? You've thinned it out. You're still saying it's thick, but actually it used to be thicker.
Yeah. And
as time's gone on, it has got thinner and thinner, and now they're making them smaller and smaller because they say they're helping the health of the nation. Yeah, right. But anyway, there you go. See, they never asked me about these things. When I'm Prime Minister, I'll sort all this out.
Yeah. Yeah, have you heard back from them yet?
No, but they have had a lot on their mind lately, bless them. I did see a thing in the paper this week that says the majority of voting age adults in this country now don't trust any of the leading political figures. So what does that tell you? Maybe there is an opening for me after all.
Yeah, there's a high chance that reform may.
It's looking possible, isn't it?
Because he's saying the right things about what people want to hear.
Well, yes, and also, whatever one might think about his views on things, there's no question he is a very gifted public speaker.
He is.
In a way that the others just aren't. Yeah. And the appearance or the presentation, sad to say, accounts for such a lot these days.
Yeah, because he just seems like just a normal guy in a suit. That's what he really is. He doesn't seem pompous, posh, or anything like that.
Yeah.
you see pictures of him down the pub, having a pint,
Yes.
just like a normal bloke.
They used to say of politicians, they say you must never be seen with a drink in your hand. Well, he's hardly ever seen without
I
a
know.
drink in his hand. I mean, gosh.
What was his first party that he?
It was UK independence, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
And the thing is, he created that party just to get the UK out of Europe. It worked
Eventually, yeah.
And then now he's created another one. And then the last election, they basically dominated, apart from obviously Labour winning.
Yes.
But they took so many seats off the Conservatives. They took majority of the Conservative seats. All the Conservatives went.
Yes. Well, I mean, they didn't win many seats in total, but the actual number of votes was very high.
Yeah.
Yes. But the bizarre thing is the fact that, as you say, his whole reason for being initially, it seemed, was to get us out of Europe, which he achieved. But now everyone's saying what a bad move it was to come out of Europe. And yet they're still kind of on his side. It's just crazy. I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know. So look, we're I try not to think about politics. It's not really my cup of tea.
Will you, if there were to be a general election, if there were to be a general election tomorrow, which of course they wouldn't be because they always have them on Thursdays. You see, just thought I should point out. If there were to be a general election next Thursday, would you vote at all? And do you know where you would put your cross? You don't have to say who you vote for. I don't want to,
Yeah, I know already.
You would vote, and you know who it will be. Okay, well, I don't know. I've always voted ever since I've been voting age, if I've been in the country. But I have become a genuine floating voter. I don't know anymore. I used to know when I first, reached the ripe old age of 18. I knew exactly who I was voting for. But these days, I don't know so much. Oh, well. You're going to vote for me? That's very kind. Thank you.
You haven't got the job yet.
Well, of course not. If you haven't voted for me, you can't get the job without being voted for.
Just remember your reference. I did say I'm a bit sceptical of your faculties.
Oh. Okay, so basically, is that a kind way of you saying that I'm not going to get the job after all?
Let's just say I've heard back and you've been unsuccessful.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for telling me that live in one of our podcasts.
Yeah.
I feel deeply, deeply distraught. I feel rejected and shunned and spurned.
Yeah, they just said you wasn't good enough.
So, dear listener out there, if you're feeling sympathy for me at this point, please do drop me a line and tell me that you're on my side and that you will vote for me at least, even though my erstwhile colleague, Mr. Cameron, although he remembers his name, he isn't going to vote for me. But do drop us a line at ajollygoodnatter@gmail.com because we'd love to hear from you. Yes. And, well, I think we're probably up to time. Are we up to time? Or is there anything else you want to...
just want to say one last thing. We just had a beautiful Dalmatian come right next to us.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But where are the other 100?
Yes. Boom, boom.
But
yes. So, what a beautiful Dalmatian. This came up to us just a moment ago. So, I'd like to say, what a lovely dog. But yes, I don't have anything further to say there. It's been a nice pod, as always.
Yes.
Thank you very much for listening, everybody.
Indeed, thank you.
And we will speak to you on our next pod.
Yes, which will be coming up shortly.
Yes.
And we look forward to reading your emails. Please do send them in. We love to get those. Yes, but as always, don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened.
And be happy and be joyful.
And nice to each other.
Yes.
Yes. And please do try and remember your name. It does help.
Yes.
Yes.
What was it again?
I can't remember. What's your name? I don't know. Anyway, we've got plenty of time to think about it before the next one. Right. Okay, see you later, folks. Goodbye.